somehow always sneaking into our breakdown videos and into your hearts. The polar bear Sergey Spivak is someone we keep mentioning because the dude has a ton of experience and against a lot of tough, notable UFC fighters. But when you're talking about the king cobra of experienced UFC heavyweights, nobody even compares to the boa constrictor, Aleksei Oleinik, the king of the Ezekiel, and a guy searching for his 60th professional win. He has had his struggles recently, and we know the UFC loves to just throw him up against killers, and the boa constrictor steps in with a smile on his face and does the job. And it does sometimes end up in defeat for him. He's got 15 in total, but the boa constrictor we know is just trying to get you down, trying to suffocate you, collapse all pathways of breath with unparalleled constriction. So, do you think though that the polar bear might be too strong, too tough, unwilling to succumb to the power of this snake in Aleksei Oleinik? Who are you going with, Sergey Spivak or Aleksei Oleinik in this truly animalistic co-meet event?
Yeah, this is a fun fight. We got the 26-year-old going versus the 43-year-old Russian. One thing I've learned is these Russians are built different. That is for sure. And the boa constrictor is no joke. I got to root for him, man. I'm pushing for. I really want to get that 60th win. I think he's gonna tap off the polar bear. The polar bear definitely is not the size of Derek Lewis. Definitely is not the fighter of Derek Lewis, and is definitely not the best blue belt in America. With that being said, I think Olenek is going to get the job done. I think he's going to take him down. I think he's going to be able to hold him down. And I think he's going to do what he does best, and that is boa constrict.
Very interesting calls, and yeah, it's interesting because Sergey Spivak has never been submitted, right? He was TKO'd by Walt Harris, and he was absolutely smashed by our boy Marcin Tybura. But what else is new? Because that's what Tybura does. But Alexei Oleinik brings a different level of suffocation, right? He's got those amazing chokes. He can submit you from the bottom. He can get you from the top. He can do anything, and if he does manage to wrestle down this polar bear, it's going to be a long evening for Sergey Spivak for sure. So, are you at all worried though about these? You mentioned, the boa constrictor being Russian, these different breed of guys, but Sergey Spivak, shout out to Moldova, training out there with your boy Iwan Kutelaba. So, any worry about these Moldovan boys, and might he somewhat have the chops to stack up against the boa?
Definitely a possibility. I mean, it would be foolish to say no. I mean, this kid's 26. He should absolutely maul the boa constrictor at 43. I just don't think the polar bear is at that level. I mean, uh, Guti Lava, he ain't no Guti Lava, and Guti Lava is Guti Lava, right? So I don't think he's going to take anything from his playbook, and if he does, he's probably going to get tapped. So I got to go with the boa constrictor. And I wouldn't be surprised if he gets another Ezekiel.
That would certainly be something you'd love to see, another record-adding Ezekiel for Olynyk, but I gotta roll with the polar bear in this one. He is a minus 225 favorite, so I'm gonna be staying away from it personally, just because you never know what you're gonna get with Alexei Olynyk, and if Olynyk makes somewhat easy work of the polar bear, that minus 225 just is not looking too juicy. But if we look over at Tapology, 70% is also rolling with the polar bear. A lot of it is brown, probably 60%. They think that Linux lights are getting shut off like they have been many times of recent. So I'm kind of rolling with that brown. I'm going with that polar bear finish. Again, I'm staying away from minus 225, but I think ultimately Spivak gets this done. So any last thoughts on this absolute banger? This is such a fun fight, maybe the best of the night.
Yeah, definitely fun fight. Somebody's getting finished. I can guarantee that either the Bulk is getting knocked out early or he's tapping a polar bear out, which I mean, the only other person that I know is Khabib that can wrestle a bear. So it doesn't surprise me another Russian is going to smash another bear. Should we just end it on that?
Yeah, perfect.